and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated Superstar Tim Vicious, and we're gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Providence, Rhode Island, and folks, this is hands down. This weekend coming up has got to be one of the biggest wrestling weekends of the year in 2025 thus far, because we got Saturday, we got NXT Great American Bash, we got Saturday night's main event, we got AEW All In, oh, and we have this funny little thing called WWE Evolution. This is hands down one of the biggest weekends in 2025, like I said, and I am all for it. Just as a wrestling fan, I'm a fan of wrestling. I'm not party loyal and brand loyal to this company or that company. No. I am just happy to see that these wrestling companies are getting to go and put on these kind of shows more than anything. And just, yeah. And I'm going to say this right now. If you're going to be one of those people that say, oh, I can't believe you're watching this instead of that, or oh, I can't believe you're going to watch that instead of this, just like the song says, shut up, sit down, because don't need none of that. I already talked with the heads at the Main Event Network, and they fully agree with me on this. We all believe, to hell with the ratings, to hell with to hell with ticket sales, to hell with the demos, and most importantly, to hell with the tribalism. Enjoy wrestling for wrestling's sake. So, with that said, before we get into the show, we gotta pay these funny little gimmicks called bills, so let's get some shelling out the way. First things first, want to remind everyone, we are WWE Shop affiliates, so what that means is, if you are watching this on video, scan the QR code on the screen right there, or if you're listening to this on audio, check out the link in the description tab. It will take you to our special WWE Shop link. You make whatever purchase you want off of that, and we here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission for said purchase. And it could be for any item out there, whether you want to get that Alexa Bliss Lily doll, whether you want to get one of the last time is now John Cena retirement tour shirts, whether it's a CM Punk shirt, or excuse me, hands down one of the greatest shirts WWE has made in a long time, Drew McIntyre's new Bored at Work shirt, which honestly, I am all for wearing that, especially when we have to do the meeting, especially when I have to go and do meetings at my 9 to 5. Yeah. So either way, make the purchase, help support the show, help us make this better for you. Also, folks, want to remind everyone to get some sweet Vicious Ranch shirts, just like what I'm wearing right here. You can get this tank and more over at whatamaneuver.net. We got t-shirts, we got tanks, we got women's tees, we got toddler tees, we got baby onesies. And if you're one of those crazy SOBs that can get away with wearing a long sleeve in these 90-degree plus weather that we got right now, you can also grab a long sleeve shirt as well. It's a perfect gift for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or if you want to go and just buy a shirt to give to Goodwill so you can hold on to that special shirt you've had for 10 plus years because it's got so much sentimental value to you. I don't blame you. I would do the same. Make sure you click the link to purchase that shirt. Help out somebody in need if you're going to do that. So with that said, before we go and get into Raw, we're going to switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind. And the big highlights from last week's SmackDown, it started out with King Cody Rhodes coming on out addressing the fact that he's now King of the Ring and saying point blank, think back, there have been a lot of great King of the Rings before me. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, even King Booker. But I gotta tell you, winning this is one thing, but knowing this also guarantees me a title shot at SummerSlam just makes it so much better. And John, I cannot wait to get back in the ring with you, and keep in mind, Cody did say before that he openly admitted at WrestleMania he hesitated in pulling the trigger on John Cena when he needed to. This time he's not gonna. So I am all for seeing on how Cody goes and does that, handles his business this time. So with that said, as he's doing that, then out comes Randy Orton coming out, addresses Cody first off. Listen, Cody, man, I give you all the respect in the world for winning. Because I told you right at the start, I wasn't going to hold back and I wasn't going to hesitate to do what I needed to do to win, to guarantee me a title shot again. And well, when the time came, I hesitated. You didn't. So you got my respect. Then next thing you know, boom! Drew McIntyre's music hits, and out comes the Scottish psychopath returning to our screens once again, wearing that oh so lovely Bored at Work shirt that I mentioned a moment ago that you can purchase at our WWE Shop affiliate link. Moving forward though, Drew then mocks Randy for losing, teases him, and then brings up on how he just doesn't quite have the backbone for it like he used to. Then he turns to Cody. Cody, listen, I'm glad that you won. I am. Now, I want you to challenge John Cena for that title. And I want you to beat his bloody ass for it. Because once you do, then I'm going to take it right off of you. Because I'm going to do what some people couldn't. Mocking Randy again, then next thing you know, he turns around, boom, gets hit with an RKO. So, from just based on that alone, I'm guessing we're going to get Drew and Randy for short term. I'm cool with that. Moving forward though, the other highlights from SmackDown. We had a triple threat women's tag match to determine which team is going to represent SmackDown at Evolution for a women's Fatal 4-Way tag match. And the women's teams were Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, B-Fab and Michin, as well as the Secret Harvest, Piper Niven and Alba Fire. Good match. I thought it was decent. Charlotte and Bliss got the win. They were like that disgruntled buddy cop duo that can't stand being around each other, but damn it all, they get the job done. So cool to see that they got the win 1, 2, 3. And yeah. Next up, we had the Wyatt Six in an 8-man tag match. It was the Wyatt Six against Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Chris Sabin, and Berto. And the Wyatt Six wound up getting the win, but honestly, my biggest takeaway was two different things. Both were from Johnny Gargano. One was during the match when Johnny was in and Dexter Lumis was in. He went, confronted Dexter. Dexter, hey, whoa, buddy, calm down. It's me, come on. Remember, we're family, the way, come on, this is what we do, right? It's okay, guys. It's okay. I think I got to him. I think he understands. Wham! He gets shot right in the face. And then the second part was at the end when Chris Sabin was crawling over to go and do a tag. Johnny was on the apron reaching out, and then he sees Eric Rowan stand up and working his way over, and he just gets this look of impending fear of, wait, whoa, oh, you want me to go and work with him? Oh, yeah. And then just drops his hand, gets down, and you just see Sabin. Johnny, Seriously, man, what the hell? And then next thing you know, Rowan winds up hitting him with that Iron Claw chokeslam of his. Then we also had Tiffany Stratton officially announce who she's going to defend her women's title against at Evolution. And folks, Evolution's going to get a little stratisfaction because she's defending her title against Trish. Thank you, Trish, for that. And Trish Stratus wound up saying pretty much the main reason why is because she wants to show her kids what it's like seeing mom challenging for a championship. Hey, listen, I don't blame her. You know, if I was good to go, man, I would love to show my son on how I would work a match. I can't, so I don't bother to think about it. But either way, I'm just saying, that'd be nice. Now, we also had Rey Fenix and Andrade doing a tag match against Fraxium, and this was one of those things where I was all for it, and I know some people were making the comments, oh, they don't have nothing for Phoenix, oh, they don't have nothing for Andrade, oh, this is a waste of time, blah, 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 blah. Listen, stop right there, Slapdick. Stop right there. Some of the best happy little accidents happen because this guy had nothing and that guy had nothing. You know what tag team, arguably one of the most entertaining tag teams of all time, wound up being put together because this guy had nothing and that guy had nothing? Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, the New Age Outlaws. Road Dogg Jesse James, Badass Billy Gunn, neither of them had nothing going for them creatively. And it was like, you know what, fuck it, why don't we just put them together? Neither of them got nothing. And that's on what it was. And they rode from there. Heaven forbid, you never know, they could wind up getting that kind of momentum and then go. It's not a bad thing. Just, sometimes I swear, I think people just get mad for the sake of being mad. But, either way, the final match on SmackDown was Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso in a tag match against Solo and JC Mateo. Good match. I thought it was decent. And Solo and Jimmy wound up getting a win. Post-match, though, it ended with Solo and his family doing a beatdown and beating the living piss out of Jacob and Jim. And it ended with them standing tall, with Solo holding the U.S. title overhead. Also, I'm not 100% certain, but I think this was the first time we actually saw the new reconstructed announce tables that aren't meant to break actually break. When they did when they had Hakaleo powerbomb Jacob through it. Could be wrong though. Either way, with that said, let's get into this week's show, Raw Providence. It starts out with Seth and his boys coming on down to the ring. Seth is about to be handed the mic by his Oracle Mind Savior, Paul Heyman. And then, as he's gotten it, boom, Bron takes it off of him. And Seth just has this look of, the fuck? Did he just... Really? Excuse me. Then Breaker goes on. You know, when Seth brought me over into this group, he saw me as the face of this company for the next 20 years. And I have to agree with him. But there's one face that I cannot stand seeing in this company, and it is Sami Zayne. I hate the way he looks, I hate the way he acts, I hate his music, which struck a nerve with me because never have I heard anyone say that they hate ska. Who hates ska? I mean, seriously. How can you hate ska music? I'm just saying. Either way. Then he said he was going to he's got a match with Sami tonight. and he's going to go and rip Sami's throat out, and he's not going to go and stop until there ain't nothing left in him. So then he hands it over to Big Bronson Reed, the Oscilla. He gets on there. When Seth invited me to join, I got to tell you, I wasn't expecting it, but considering I gave this man 6 tsunamis, and then I earned his respect from that. Respect through combat. That's what I got. And you know what? Tonight, I have a match against Jey Uso, and I'm here to tell you, I'm going to beat the respect into Jey Uso. And then Seth gets the mic. He talks about on how he's got a match against Penta. And then, so, throughout the course of the show, you know, where you see integrated and woven into the entire show, this continuous storyline of Seth and his boys going against, going against Penta, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. All well and good. I'm all for that. Having one long continuous story threaded throughout the show, that's on how you keep audiences. Seriously, that's a good thing. Don't believe me? Look at any sitcom. You know, it is what it is. But either way, first, let's get on with the first match of the night. Kairi Sane going against Roxxane Perez. And, well, yeah. Funny thing about this match, well, I don't like to speak ill on matches, especially with people that actually are good, but this match was not very good. It was really choppy, and there was some seriously messed up miss spots, and it was just, ow, ooh. Like, ooh. It was like bowl and shoot ugly and not in the right kind of way. Just, yeah. Ew. I mean, I don't know if it was because of a language barrier or because they didn't have time to prep or if it was just a random off night, because that happens to everyone. You know? Bryan Danielson, who many argue is one of the greatest, if not the greatest wrestler of my lifetime, considering I'm an 85 kid, so I'm 40. Bryan Danielson, hands down, one of the absolute best wrestlers ever to lace up a pair of boots. You don't think he didn't have off nights? You don't think he never had a night where it was just like, fuck, I can't believe I was wrong. I screwed up on this match. No, it happens. But either way, shit happens. But match ended with Roxxane going for pop rocks, and Kairi countered it into a backslide, 1, 2, 3. After that, there was a post-match where Roxxane and Raquel went to go do a beatdown onto Kairi, and then she was saved by Asuka, and then it ended with them two hugging, embracing, and then they go and see Adam Pearce asking if they can have the final spot that represent Raw for the tag title match at Evolution. So it's official. The Kabuki Warriors are back. I'm in my happy place, guys. Yeah. So next up we got Sami Zayn going against the big bad booty nephew himself, Bron Breakker, and well, wow, and I mean this in a nice way. As Sami's coming down the ring, carrying Cross comes out, sneak attacks him, gets a pipe, cracks it over him a couple times, and then Scrap Daddy Pierce and a couple officials take it off of him, and then he leaves. They go to commercial, they come back. You hear Sami arguing with Medical as well as Pierce saying, I'm good, I can go. He says he can go? Alright, he says he can go, let's go. Excuse me. Then out came Breakker, and then it was just from there, because Breakker murdered Sami. He beat the living tar off him like he was like he owed him money. Excuse me. Yeah, was not pretty. It came to an end when Breaker, he did not one, not two, but 3 spears on Sami. 3! And beat the living hell out of him. So, yeah. After that, then you hear Paul Heyman address to Seth and Breaker. Sami Zayn is injured and marked out due to injury indefinitely. So, yeah. Now we got Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. And Reed just straight up was bulldozing Jey right from the start. Jey got some good shots in, fought back some. They brawled into the outside. And then Jey set up Reed onto one of the commentators' chairs. Took a few steps back. Boom! Popped him with a super kick. Got back in the ring. Restarted the 10 count. And then went to go wind it up to go do a dive. And as he's about to hit the ropes, next thing you know, Reed, boom! Throws the chair right at him. So, yeah. Jey wins via DQ, but Big Bronson Reed, excuse me, I'm sorry, a little phlegmy in the throat. Big Bronson Reed proceeds to then beat the living shit out of Jey, and good God, this was mean. Yeah. So next up we have a match. El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador to hail from the Gulf of America, going against one Dragon Lee. And, you know, a lot of people are throwing out these wild speculations that since Chad Gable's out with a shoulder injury, El Grande wouldn't be there. Yeah, that's what I got to say about those rumors. Yawn. Because obviously that wasn't the case because he's there. I mean, yes, I may have bit into one of those rumors thinking that that El Grande was going to stay home and help Chad Gable get back to 100%. But man, was I wrong on that. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but El Grande, man, he just seems a little more elegant in his way. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. But either way, really good, solid back and forth action, really dug it. El Grande, he was pretty much leading the pace post-commercial break. Before that, it was like a flip of a coin, but I dug the match. Excuse me, I am sorry about that. I really got to do something about the dry air in here. But either way, good match. El Grande wound up getting the win because, well, he loaded up that piece of metal into his mask and then did a running diving headbutt off the ropes for the 1, 2, 3. And on a side note, Michael Cole wound up questioning just how good of a person El Grande is because he was going for Dragon Lee's mask. Well, Mr. Cole, keep in mind, one of the most famous luchadors in the world, Mil Mascares, would infamously go for his opponent's masks. Just saying. Either way, now we get to the main event match of the night. Penta Zero Mero going up against Seth Elizabeth Rollins because his middle name is not frickin' damn it. And a lot of good, great action. These two got really, really great, solid chemistry. I really dug it. And Penta, he was leading up into the commercial break. And post-break, it was like Seth, he was going. He had the momentum going for him. And probably one of the cooler things in this match was Seth, he got like a small little scrape over his eyebrow. Nothing super serious. Nothing that would require the ref to go and do, whoa, stop, 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 and then put on gloves and then get it cleaned and all. No, it was a little more like a friction burn or a shave cut. But Seth got the tail end of Penta's mask, the white part, and then just used it to wipe the blood off him. Just like, that is cold. Wow. For those that are just listening, I have my jaw on the floor doing a reenactment. Like, wow. But either way, good match. I thought it was nice. It was a hell of a good main event. I wouldn't mind seeing these guys tie it up again down the road. How the match came to an end. Penta wound up Seth wound up doing a counter to, or no, I'm sorry, I messed up. That's my botch, folks. I messed up on that. Penta wound up doing a counter to Seth when he went to go get him. Wound up doing, or, god damn, Wade, what's the note say? Oh, okay. Sorry, Wade didn't have the cue card up for me to read. Sorry about that, folks. Damn it, Wade! We went... How many days was it since the last time you messed up and I had to yell at you on the show? Months. Months! And you'd screw it up now. I hope you're happy. You cost the entire Rants crew a pizza party. I said what I said. Anyways, match came to an end when Seth wound up doing a counter to the Penta driver when he went to go get him and line him up. Seth wound up actually, boom, driving his head right into the gonads. Then Penta, down. Seth got his bearings, got back, wound up, boom, hit the stomp for the 1, 2, 3. That was it. After that, Seth then turns to Paul Heyman, telling him, make the call now. Now, make the call. Yes, it's me. It's me. Get out here. Now. Now! Paul yelling into the phone. Then we see Breaker and Reed, we see Breaker and Reed come out. And as Seth is watching them two come out of nowhere, L.A. Knight, comes on out from the crowd, turns Seth over, boom, pops him with a BFT, some blunt force trauma, and then gets the hell out of Dodge. And just looks at him like, nah! See, I got your ass over at Saturday night's main event this Saturday. Your ass is mine, and you're only going to be doing one thing. That's looking up at the lights, and you're going to be hearing everybody saying the name of the megastar, whose game everybody knows this is, and it is L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy, yeah. And that is not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. So, with that said, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, like I always say, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes when you can. Look for us in the audio form. We are trying to build up that platform. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you can get your podcasts from. Thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, do not forget to follow these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. DSB_IV, main event _net, the main event wrestling network Twitter account. Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D Dryer 1986. Folks, I am out there on social media. You look anywhere out there on social media for Tim Vicious, 99% chance it's me. And folks, like I always tell you, if you love me, great. You hate me, shut up and sit down. Fuck yous.